like because they're only focusing on that, you get no character development, which is the problem. Like the best part of that fucking show is how great all of the individual characters are. And how they come together as a team, you know? But you don't get that because they just want big flashy fight choreography, which I guess is cool, but like I don't know, man. I'm gonna watch it. I'm going in with fucking on basement floor expectations. And it can't be categorized as anime because it's live action.
Right.
So, again, still untouched.
Not a weeb.
Nope.
Dude, is this kid still crying?
You talking about your kid?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You sound like what my aunt probably says while she's upstairs.
He's not crying.
Hearing me all the time.
Is this kid still
This kid's still crying. This kid's still crying about sweet potato souffle.
Every Thursday at 7 p.m. a kid just cries for an hour straight. Hi, Steve. I miss you.
Do you a general question? Do you and my aunt have like a text thread going or something?
Maybe. No, the baby is asleep. I just now that I've been a father for so long, I just my ears ring and it just sounds like the baby crying. So like I'll be in the shower and I'll just hear like and I'm pretty sure he's awake. He's not. He's like, dude, I swear to God. I hear him crying and I just checked the camera and he's not crying. Reggie, what's going on?
There's someone else inside the house.
Oh, he is crying. Motherfucker. If he doesn't stop in like 5 minutes, I gotta step away, but I'll just let you guys talk. But I'm gonna start the show anyway. On this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast, we are going to be talking about the new LCS chairman and that NA is officially back and definitely winning Worlds next year. We're also going to be talking about the CDL moving to YouTube, but at this point, who cares? Tiggy really super cares. We definitely will not be talking about the Yu Yu Hakusho adaptation on Netflix, and we absolutely will have to talk about how Naughty Dog just canceled the Last of Us Online game. Not great. All that and more on an extra special, extra handsome, because Higgy just got a fresh haircut episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Let's go. Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's your boy Papa Dom. We're here live, direct, handsome, extra handsome. Tiggy just got a nice baldy, nice freshie for the weekend. Absolutely love to see that. But we're here. We're live. We got lots of stuff to do. I actually may need to check in on a crying baby in a few minutes, so we're just going to dive right into it. Tiggy, haven't seen you.
Hold on. I didn't start crying yet.
No. We'll the 7-month-old one, not the 31-year-old one.
Hold on, time out. We don't need to dox my age on the podcast. What is this? What is this? I'm a brisk 24-year-old man. I just graduated from grad school 7 years ago.
You're a baby. Your baby, and don't ever forget it.
Thanks.
Tiggy, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm feeling a lot better from last week. I mean, you guys crushed it just as well as Dr. Bob's crushing Bronze League and League of Legends. Shout out, big clap, big hand, round of applause for Bob there. That's also the division I tend to struggle in. So, maybe we battled against each other and you kind of schooled me a little bit. I don't know, but it's been a day. I'm cracking a cold Pepsi Zero here. We're getting crazy. I got a haircut. Some might call it fresh. Some might call it too high. Some might call it too bald. I don't know.
I don't think it's not enough. I don't think it's enough.
First of all, there's no such thing as being too high.
Too high. True.
Just ask my cousin.
True.
Both of them, actually.
Yeah.
All of them, for the most part.
He's been excessively high at times.
He's been excessively high his entire life.
Reg, thank you for the resub, and Q, thank you for the resub. 53 months, 6 years. Love you guys in the community. Looking forward to many more years. Let's make it up to 10 years.
Scam train, scam train, scam train, scam train.
Scam train, resub, scam train. Love you all, smooches. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I gotta beer buddy this. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Oh, beer buddied up.
Scam train. Yeah, make sure that you. Oh, it's like there's discounts on bits and on subs right now. So it's Sub-Sember. Apparently, there's like bits are discounted and so are subs. So
This September.
give from your heart because diapers are not cheap. And but we did just. This is also breaking news, Bob. We'll get to you in a second. But breaking news: ads are now live on wickedgoodgaming.com. Click some ads. Click all of the ads. Just go click them. Just open a private browsing tab and then just like hold down, I think, Command or Control. Yeah, Control is the one that opens a new tab. Just Control click all the ads so they just open up in a new tab and then close the browser. So we've already made like 15 cents from Google AdSense. So
We're big ups. Big ups right now.
Big. That's down from 0. That's up from 0 rather. And it's just so if you have any capability of just going through and just clicking a bunch of ads, just do it. So yeah, we're monetizing the blog. I'm sick of you freeloaders reading all these beautiful, artistic takes for $0. Q, thank you for the 5 gifted. Jesus Christ, Q.
Scam train.
It's fucking payday over in Scotland right now. Let's go, dude. Happy Christmas, lads. Thank you so much, Q. Happy Christmas to you. Hope you get
Happy Christmas, Ari.
I hope you get lots of tuna in your stocking this year to put on your pizza. And yeah, we appreciate you. Big kisses on foreheads. So yeah, Bob, how are you?
So something happened earlier today, and I'm slowly reverting back to my old roots, and I'm trying my best not to. I freaked out on 2 random people in a Counter-Strike match today. And I snapped on a level that I haven't snapped in a while. And I was just like kind of screaming at them like, hey, if you're going to play, just imagine me yelling the whole time. Steve, no comment. Just imagine me yelling this emphatically. Hey, if you're going to play this fucking scared, why don't you just go back to casual? It's a video game. You're not going to die in real life. Just play the game. And then someone on our team in all chat goes, hey, can you guys report this pro player green, which is the color of my avatar in the window?
This pro player?
He's being super toxic. And then I turned around at him and looked at him in spawn and I said, hey, why don't you stay in spawn, you absolutely useless nobody, and keep crying. Wah, 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 wah.
You turned around in the game to face him?
To stare at him.
I hope he was
Stay
playing
in spawn, you nobody.
I hope he somehow was playing Counter-Strike in VR so he could just see the character turn around. And, it's funny that you say that too because I was just watching Donkey's video, classic cinema from 7 years ago or 8 years ago, which was the I'm done with League of Legends video. And he's like, all I did was call this person like a useless scum fuck bastard who should be dragged out into the street and shot to death. And for some reason I got banned, and I was just like, holy fucking shit. I forgot, like, there's a whole additional paragraph to that, but like the what he said to get banned was so fucking funny. So that reminds me a lot of that. But so wait, did you get banned or what did you?
No,
or reported,
dude, you have to be so bad to get banned in fucking Counter-Strike.
True.
They don't even ban cheaters in the game, let alone people who are fucking toxic.
That's true.
But I'm not usually that toxic. Something came over me. Okay, I tried to reform myself many years ago, many moons ago, but yeah, I was not feeling it.
You've been doing good. I feel like you've been on a I wouldn't call it like a nice streak, but a calmer streak.
Yeah, we'll say my blood pressure has gone down like dozen points
That's good.
in game. That's
That's
pretty good.
Yeah, I'd
I
say
need,
normally you're pretty like there's a little, you get a little grumbly, but then you're like, all right, I'm done. Usually, I feel like you kind of just step away when things get bad. But I don't play Counter Strike with you, so I don't know. This was like when we played WoW or like other shit. Like I feel like when you're fed up, you just get fed up and you quit. But I don't know how you are when you play Counter Strike. So
Oh, all I know is it was so bad. I had to message Tuzon afterwards and say, "Hey, I snapped on 2 people in game today, just like I always used to snap on you. It reminded me of you. I'm just always thinking about you."
oh my god.
But yeah, I'm doing great. I don't know. I can't stand fucking Counter Strike right now. It's so bad.
Yeah, the other day Tuzon posted on his story like it was like, okay, everybody, remind me to go to bed or something, and I was like 15 minutes later I was like, go the fuck to bed. And then he messaged me the next morning and he was like, sorry, I was up until 2 a.m. getting yelled at by Bob in Counter Strike or something like that. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I try not to yell at him. I try to be more constructive now because there have been times where I actually have fucking yelled at him. And after the game, I'm like, my bad.
Right.
Okay, that's on me. My bad.
I mean, it kind of depends. I think, when we played Valorant a couple of times, like there were certain things that you said that even though you were yelling, you made good points where you were like, don't be a pussy, just go because you're the last one alive and you're like 1 in 6. So like they're gonna just rush you because like they know you have to fight. So like you have to commit. Like just go fucking commit, go. Or like when we played League a couple times, you were like, just fight with me. Where the fuck are you going? Get over, But I don't know. I feel like that's how you learn sometimes. Sometimes you just need to, because if you say it quietly, I might not know.
That's what so Alex got really mad at me the other day because we were playing a 5-man. And it was like a throwaway round because we were on a save. And there were 3 of us like stacked on top of each other. And I was just like, look, we're just playing to get some kills, maybe pick up a gun. That's it. And he sat in a corner hiding, baiting us the whole time. And I killed 3 people. No. And I turned around and I go, Alex, were you there the whole time?
Oh my God.
And he was like, yeah. And I shot him in the head with the shotgun and killed him. And I was like, next time, don't bait me that hard. And then he popped off. Then he played a really good game afterwards.
Bastard.
And I told him, I said, Alex, if I have to shoot you in the fucking head with a Nova round 2 every game for you to play that well, I'll fucking do it.
I mean, is there any what was I going to say? Like, is there any detriment to you, like, team killing somebody? Or is it just like...
Well, I lose a frag on the leaderboard.
Oh.
1. But then if you kill one of your teammates like 3 times in a game, you get kicked.
Oh, shit. Well, hey, I mean...
And then you lose like 1,000 LP.
Let's do a little...
Damn, son, like where'd you find this?
Recap in a little while. Let's just talk about what we've been playing. Sounds like you've been playing some Counter-Strike, Bob. What else? What else have you had going on? You finished
Counter-Strike,
or you're finishing?
So I bought all the DLCs for it. I got the season pass. Fantastic. It's just more Midnight Suns. And I told you, Nolan North as Deadpool, fantastic.
Yeah, you really grabbed me on that. I definitely want to check that out.
The DLC is worth it for him alone. And just like some of the fucking skits that Deadpool has throughout the DLC is fucking hilarious. Mm-hmm. I really only have like 3 missions left, but I'm trying to max all the characters out and then do all the side. I'm trying to 100% the game basically. Mm-hmm. What else have I been playing? Halls of Torment. It is like Vampire Survivors, except like with D&D classes. So that game's been really fun. And I hate to say it, but I've been in such a multiplayer rut that I'm contemplating downloading Warzone to just try it.
Okay.
To just try it.
Okay. No, I feel you.
Like,
all right.
All of my friends from our hometown play it fucking religiously.
Yeah.
So, like, if nobody wants to play Counter-Strike with me, fuck it. Maybe I'll just play that. Oh, and I hit Emerald in TFT today.
Nice. Congratulations.
Which is the new Diamond, basically. They added another tier.
So what is it? Emerald, and then Master and Grandmaster?
So Emerald, Diamond, Masters.
I'm in. I wouldn't be surprised if you're on your way.
Look,
Whatever the next invitational is, Dr.
They're
Bob
in the
spotted
split.
at Logan.
it's next year. Next year, somewhere in Asia, because the Vegas event just took place over the weekend.
What's the cheapest flights we can get out there? What's like the flight that's like most likely to like evaporate into thin air while we're on it?
You guys stay. I'll go buy. I'll buy every fucking seat on the plane.
You know what, Bob? I'll get you on a military rotator. All right, we'll get you over there. We'll put you in the cargo bay. You know,
Perfect. Will I freeze to death up there?
we'll get you. You know what? I mean, it was fine for Tom Cruise. It'd be fine for you.
Yeah, 100%. Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Tom Cruise were so much
Yeah.
alike.
You'd be.
He's 60 years old and 4'8".
Yeah.
I'm 23 years old, 6'2".
True.
Yeah.
True.
Tiggy, how about you? What you been playing? What have you been up to? Miss
Played
you.
a little league. I missed you guys. Been playing a little bit of league. Saturday was a ARAM Clash. They do that twice a year. They should do that every month with regular Clash. I think that'd be incredible. If you don't know Clash, it's like a monthly tournament for League of Legends. You get a little trophy, you get a little banner.
Yep.
It's like there's 8 teams in each bracket. You win 3 games, you win a trophy and rewards. I don't know. I'm playing that, playing Wild Rift, which is just the mobile League of Legends. That's been fun. And played a little Fortnite, I think. I think I
Hell
played a little
yeah.
Fortnite, no build. So that was fun. It's always fun to hop in with the boys and just get a
Dude.
free couple dubs against 10-year-olds. So that's always fun.
100%. I was playing some Fortnite
then
earlier today. It was great. And also
Yeah.
Rocket Racing and Lego Fortnite are both fucking amazing. So
I haven't played the racing. I played the Lego Fortnite. I was only playing with like 2 people. I feel like if you get a full 8, it's just chaos.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I want to do that. I want that, like everyone playing it. I feel like that'd be really cool. Yeah. And then I just watched CDL, which was
how was that?
something.
How was the opening weekend? Because I watched a little bit. I watched the Boston Breach, first matches, and that did not go great. But how was the rest of? What are your takeaways from opening CDL weekend, CDL kickoff, if you will?
I thought it was to be expected. Going back to YouTube, we knew there would be a significant drop in viewership, which there was. I think it peaked at like 106 concurrent viewers, and last year was like 180. So
Wait, 106?
yeah, 106,000. 106,000.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
I was
It
like,
just
Jesus
me in a grade
Christ.
school auditorium just watching it, 106,000, and then I think last year was 180,000. So significant drop off from
Jesus
Twitch
Christ.
to YouTube. So not great. And then the co-streaming with Scump and Zuma, who have massive, followings and like to co-stream the match and stuff like that. They can only do it on YouTube, but they do it on Twitch too. They just only show their faces and no match. And then there was drama after the show. Both of them have like after show, whole breakdowns and stuff like that. And Activision reached out and said, you're not allowed to show game clips or footage after the matches even. And it's all like public on YouTube. How can you,
right.
you're going to have to stop every streamer on Twitch from showing any YouTube video.
Right.
Like, how can you do that? I feel like it's public domain after it's already been streamed.
Yeah.
The broadcast is off. What's
They
going
also
on?
weren't they trying to do something with the flank, like trying to get the flank to like stop broadcasting in certain ways, or was that the same? I just saw like
Yeah,
that
that's
something with the flank.
yeah.
It was like that they were trying to like make it so they were segmenting viewers from the main
Mhm.
CDL stream, and they were trying to make it so they couldn't stream certain things or at certain times, so that like eyeballs were only on the main Call of Duty channel and not on the flank YouTube channel.
Yeah, they basically tried to do that with the after show for sure. And then while it was streaming, they just thought it would be okay to do Twitch just their face and not show like the map or any gameplay and stuff. And they said that was okay for Friday, but then Friday night, I guess they called and said, hey, can't do that either. And on Saturday, they're like, we don't even know if we're allowed to co-stream on YouTube right now. It's like, we have all these deals with Twitch. We've talked to YouTube. The numbers don't make sense for us to even try and attempt it and stuff. It's like, so there was a lot of scuttlebutt about that. So I think they figured it out on Sunday. They were able to do both. I think the community was really vocal.
Yeah.
It was like, listen, not even many people are watching it. We understand it's probably the frickin' last year. And
Yeah.
now you're going to try and limit the personalities that are trying to push this thing and make it even more accessible. It's, seems like a bad business decision.
Now, when you say last year, and I know that you had some other thoughts regarding the CDL. Is I wanted to ask you how you felt about the product too, like not just the numbers, not just like the streams themselves and like the viewership, but like the product, like of what you watch, like the quality of matches, the commentary, the production, stuff like that. I mean, is it becoming a worse product year over year, or do you feel like it's maybe just kind of fatigue or diminishing returns, or like, and like, I mean, are you speculating that like this might be the last year we see the CDL in its current iteration, or?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I started watching competitive probably in Advanced Warfare, and the only reason why I started watching it was because it was on the main lobby of the game. You hit square and it was like live now. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Right,
I thought it was amazing. So to see where it's been there and to see where it's come, I mean, obviously the production is better, but a lot of people are still not totally happy with just the format of the CDL. I think the format's fine. I kind of like following the team throughout the year. It's more traditional sports sense. I know traditional sports and regular esports don't really mix, but for not a super hardcore fan, it's very easier to follow.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm not going to talk about the city-based. I don't really care about the city-based names, but I like having the same teams. I do think there should be some relegation to some degree, but you can't really have that when it's a franchise league in a sense. So, we could see what's happening with League of Legends, where they moved to 8 teams, and they're talking about 2 teams possibly being up and down with Valorant.
That's cool.
How that kind of
like
happened.
Relegation and promotion.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think that'd be a cool iteration. We could just see it completely go back to how it was with the old MLG days, and Esports Engine stuff, where it's just open tournaments and stuff. People are like, oh, we want that. I tell you who doesn't want that. All the pros making 6-figure deals because they're not going to get those deals anymore.
Right.
I
mean, I do like
drop.
I do like the hunger aspect of it, though. Like, I mean, and we were just talking about this before we went live. The Warzone stuff versus CDL. I think it's kind of exciting to like see a content creator that you really like is like, oh shit, there's like an Optic $200,000 tournament this weekend. Last weekend it was $100K and it was a solos thing. I think it was trios this trios yesterday, $200,000. Like, I mean, there's a lot of money that's getting thrown out there, and these pros are like everybody's trying to get in there. Like, you have the World Series or Warzone and stuff like that. Even Halo Championship Series, HCS, there's a ton of off-season action happening right now before the HCS even starts back up. There's tournaments every weekend. They have org sponsored tournaments. I think Complexity just did one. Space Station, I think, is still partnered. I don't know if they're still doing like tournaments and stuff like that, but there was another org that was doing it. But like there was a Complexity or like an Optic, couple grand thing. I mean, it's not $200,000. It might be like 20 or 50 grand or something like that, but it's still some like weekend competitive action that you can watch if you want to follow those streamers or like those teams. And I don't know, I kind of like that format where there's some, it's kind of like an off-season tournaments or, oh, okay, this person's not really locked to, they don't have to play, they're not really Optic right now. They're their own person and they're competing in these individual tournaments with other content creators and stuff like that. I thought, when the CDL started, I thought I would be more into it because of the franchising and because it's like, okay, it's anchored to Boston, I'll be more into it. But I don't think it's really changed my interest in it. It's more interesting to me because, like, we know them. Like, we've rubbed elbows with those guys. They're great people. Obviously, Chris is over at Boston Breach and OXG right now. So, like, we have a personal connection to that org outside of the city. But I don't think the fact that it's, like, it's not in my backyard, first of all. It's in fucking Foxborough, which is an hour and a half away at any given time. Don't get me wrong. Phenomenal facility. Some of the best wings that I've ever had, especially at a sporting venue. I will stand on that fucking and say that with my chest all day long. Shout out Jeff at Helix Esports. That's my fucking boy. And he's an absolute king when it comes to the kitchenary stuff. Kitchenary is not a word. Culinary stuff. Imagine. But I don't think the franchising model does anything for me. I don't think, like, especially with the way that esports teams are, like, revolving doors and, like, you have roster mania or whatever they call it with CDL, and it's like everybody gets dropped, and then they pick up 4 new people, or they keep one person on. 6 months later, that person gets kicked to the curb or gets demoted to challenges, and then somebody else gets scooped up. Like, the team's unrecognizable every 6 months anyway. So what difference does it make? I mean, except if you're, unless you're like Atlanta FaZe or
maybe Optic.
Maybe
with a couple
Optic.
players.
Like the roster is the same because they're just dirt nasty. But like, what was it? Was it Boston FaZe last weekend? Was it Boston Atlanta?
Atlanta played. Yes, Boston Atlanta. Yep.
That's right. Okay, because I just remember seeing like Abizi and all them like are always on the same team. Like they're they're an amazing roster, and like I just like whatever, they're a lot more recognizable, and you can identify with them a lot better. Obviously, Breach has Capsule back there, who was a flagship roster member, which is great. But I don't know. I don't think the franchising shit does anything for me. I feel more inclined to just watch orgs that I like, and I don't know. I just having Boston in front of the name doesn't mean anything because the players don't all play here all the time anyway. Like, Doug Sensor Martin lives in like fucking New York or something, or like, some mansion in Connecticut probably. The players do have a home base and they play here sometimes, but like, it's also, I don't know, it's just far enough away, and it's because it's all digital, it just doesn't feel like there really is like a home field. I don't know if you guys feel that way too, but I've been rambling for like 10 minutes, so I'm going to stop.
I will always, and for the most part, have always been of the mindset I follow the players.
Yeah.
Orgs aren't like the big thing for me anymore, especially when it comes to like Counter-Strike fucking roster mania shit. Like I'm trying to think of the last time there was ever the like a quote unquote attitude era of Counter-Strike where it was mostly just, I don't know, like teams that won so fucking often, like people just made them to be the bad guy. You know what I mean? Like 2017 Astralis comes to mind, where they just won literally everything, and Liquid had to pick up all of the scraps everywhere else.
Yeah.
Like they were like the bad guys of Counter-Strike. I wrote a whole article on it way back in the day of like every Astralis member looked like a villain from a Die Hard movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
I remember that. I remember that.
And like that was that time frame. But before that, it was like Bryland with the 5 gifted. What a guy, huh?
What a fucking handsome legend.
What a fucking guy. But before that, it was like, I don't know, fucking like French CS was always, they were always like the shit talkers. Before them was like Virtus Pro because they were winning everything. I don't know. There was never really like that attitude era. There was never really something that like quote unquote franchising would give storylines to. Like if you're looking at it in wrestling terms, like there needs to be a bill that needs to be like covered. Like you need to have you need to have a face, you need to have a heel, you need to create a dialogue between the two. You need to like create a storyline that gets the viewers involved. But to me, you could do that when it comes to franchising, because in traditional sports, that's been a thing for decades.
Right.
But again, because rosters, the half-life of a roster could be 3 months. Like you can't feel dedicated and attached to a team like that anymore.
Totally.
So that's why I follow like the big name teams, big events. I watch every fucking Counter-Strike event that doesn't start at 1:00 in the morning. So I'll watch anything. I'll watch any team. I'll watch any tier of Counter-Strike at this point. But like, I cheer for NA when NA plays with low expectations. But otherwise, I'm just there rooting for the players that I want to win.
Yeah, no, totally. I completely get that. And like, for right now, like even with me, I'm at this like now I'm one layer deeper where like now I know enough orgs and I feel like I know what they're about enough to like want to get behind Complexity, for example. Like I'll just keep using Complexity for an example, and I always will. One of the only esports orgs that I own merch for. And like, they're in HCS. I've been following Complexity, Halo matches and stuff like that. Space Station's another one where like, you have certain amounts of things that you hear about them and you're like, this makes me want to follow this organization because clearly no matter who is on the team, like they have these sets of values. And, with these newer franchising things, they might be a legacy organization. Like FaZe Clan's been around forever, but Atlanta FaZe hasn't. And, it's a different thing. Hey. Oh God. Hopefully that didn't just wake the baby up. But yeah, no. So what I was going to say, I'm at the second tier now, which is I know which orgs I like and which ones I want to follow just because I'm familiar with their game and I know what they're about and and which ones I definitely don't want to follow because of shitty things that they've done or just like the way that they handle their rosters or stuff like that, especially during the off season.
Evil geniuses.
oh, that sounds. You gotta get that checked out. That sounds a little.
It's because I had Bovid a while ago. Evil geniuses.
But like good guy rosters like even XSET too. Like even XSET is like
Complexity.
Kind of the wrong way.
Complexity is a good guy roster.
Yeah,
they have always been the good guys. I choked up. You choked up when Jason Lake came on and Complexity came out and beat Astralis with their revamped roster.
Mm-hmm.
Since the day, I have always been a Complexity fan.
I literally bought a shirt like after that.
The new iteration of Liquid, I want you guys to know, could be the real fucking deal. Liquid finally might be back with with 0 Americans on the team, 2 Canadians.
That's fine.
And the rest Europeans.
I mean, hey, this is a little bit of NA there.
A little bit.
A
little bit.
Speaking of NA, really quick, just because I know I wanted to talk about this because LCS is making some big changes, and like I want to root for NA, and like everything I do. I feel like esports is like the last bastion of like. Yeah, I want to root for my country, and people don't like yell at you online for like being like a fucking weirdo or something like that. Like, I'm also like this with the Olympics too, where I'm like painting my face like red, white, and blue, and like fucking running around with American flag on my back. But I don't know. I feel like people are like, what the fuck? Like, why is this dude like so uncomfortably American? But that's how I feel about NA in esports, and I want to see NA win. I want to see the game grow. And it's weird talking about growing the game with League because it's the biggest esport on the planet next to Counter-Strike. But it's the same thing with soccer. It's the biggest sport in the world except in America. So LCS is reducing to 8 teams. They also have made a change in management, and it sounds like they are making a really big change just kind of like objectives and culture-wise and stuff like that. I'm gonna find the article here, but basically, the broad strokes version of this is that the LCS is now going to be broadcast on the weekends, which is phenomenal.
Time out. Is it also still just going to be at 1 a.m.?
I mean, I would have to imagine it's not at 1 a.m. because they're like playing in like California or New York.
Okay. Wonderful.
That was just worlds.
So no, Worlds will definitely be at like the most inconvenient time forever, unless it gets hosted again in the U.S. somewhere. It was in Chicago, 6-7 years ago when we first started doing this.
Yeah.
It was San Fran 2 years ago, so we'll probably won't get it for maybe 2026.
Boston Worlds 26. I'm gonna start the commission. Like they do the Olympic Commission and they send like Obama to like the IOC or something like that, and he like sits down and he's like, "Let me be clear. We need the that's my best Obama impression."
No. Let's hear the rest.
That's all I got. That's all I got. I want to get like big. I'll get like big those like big fake joke teeth, and I'll do a Joe Biden impression.
Hold on here. I can do a Joe Biden. I can do a Joe Biden impression.
Come on. Don't disrespect my boss like that. Don't disrespect my boss like that.
That's Tiggy's boss.
Come on.
Let's bomb Gaza more.
Jesus.
Whoa, am I getting political here?
Oh man.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah, we won't.
Yeah, no, this whole country is run by fucking morons. Anyway, sorry, Tiggy. You don't run it.
Yeah, sorry to you and your boss.
Yeah, I'm sorry for all of your management, all the upper management. That's funny that Tiggy can talk about the president and be like, yeah, man, like the VP or like the president at this company, but the company is the United States. My company's VP, really fucking up. Sorry about talking about the Commander in Chief.
Selena Meyer,
Hail to the Chief. Yeah. Oh man.
My Commander in Chief.
I'm gonna rewatch Veep.
Yeah.
So Marks, aka Mark Zimmerman, is now the new commissioner of the LCS, and they're going to be playing on weekends now again. He's been an analyst and a coach and an on-air caster, probably one of the most recognizable faces in North American League. And yeah, so I mean, he's going to be basically spearheading a lot of changes with the LCS. You know, how the league connects with fans. You know, how the games are presented. You know, how marketing and outreach looks for esports. And he's gonna, I think he reports directly to like whoever like the director of North American esports is, and then they report to like the head of esports for Riot. So, I mean, this guy's 2 ladder rungs down from the top dogs, and, you know, he's going to be in charge of really making growing the game. Like I said, growing the game. So, you know, who knows, what this really means. I know that it means that NA is winning Worlds next year.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have so much more room for activities during the week, and they can focus on winning on the weekends. And, you know, I mean, that's just where we're at. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts about that, but I'm excited to see the changes with LCS. And, hopefully the product continues to improve, because I do love watching it, but I just want us to be... I don't want to watch LCS all year just to see, like, which team earns the right to get fucking rolled by, LCK teams at Worlds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm glad it's on the weekends again, so people can watch. I think viewership was the lowest it's ever been last year during the week, and it just started too early, where people on, the West Coast, it was like 1 p.m. at lunchtime, matches were going on and stuff. So I'm glad it's going to the weekends. Then you can just be very variable with the time. It doesn't really matter. More people will watch. And then what else? We got two somewhat big, solid teams. Some actually 3 if you count NRG. NRG didn't make any changes. C9 is going to be incredible. They got Jojo Pin from what was it?
He was on EG.
Yeah, he was on EG.
Evil geniuses.
Dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Terrible people.
So they got him for like basically free, so that's probably incredible. I wonder what the contract was, because it's so weird. Like EG and Golden Guardians all had people like signed up to play, and then they just dropped the ball a week later. So I don't know.
No, they didn't just drop the ball; they punted it out the window.
Yeah. With
I don't want to play with you
anymore. With their superstar of NA on one of the teams.
Yeah.
They're good, and FlyQuest will be probably solid. They have a lot of good young talents.
We love FlyQuest. Great org. Another good guy org
in the middle. Good guy org, and incredible jerseys too. They're very unique with the jersey and stuff.
Yeah,
and they're very environmental and stuff.
Great fucking merch.
Yeah, awesome stuff. So I'm excited to get a Busio jersey for FlyQuest.
Hell yeah.
And that I do have some LCK news that just dropped an hour ago.
Oh, breaking!
I have some LCK
breaking
LCK news here. Okay, I got it on the BlackBerry here. Give me a sec.
Yeah,
all right, here we go. Yep, got it. So the opening day of 2024 LCK Spring taking place January 17th. But to celebrate the start of the new season, a special tournament will be held on January 9th with teams all consisting of the same role in the game.
What?
Hey, that's interesting.
So we're going to have a whole team of mid laners. We're going to have Faker, Chovy, Showmaker all on the same team.
Jeez.
So wait,
what is it doing, like an all-star game?
And Gumayushi on the same team.
So what's going to be the most toxic team? The ADC? The team of only ADCs?
Junglers for sure. Junglers.
Oh, yeah.
They're not gonna
no way. It's going to be the team of
they're
just
all gonna
ADCs.
Invade every time.
Just ADCs. And they're going to be like, dude, why didn't you fucking gank for us? And he's going to be like, I don't even know what that means.
And then who's going to get stuck playing like the support in the ADC game? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
Support's going to be taking the CS. It's going to be mayhem.
Bye, Brad. Love you.
Love you, brother.
Yeah.
That kiss on the forehead. Love you, man.
Ooh.
Send him some hugs. Send him some love your way. What is it? No, that's awesome. I can't wait to see like a fucking LCK All-Star game, dude.
Basically, yeah. Basically All-Star game. T1's been doing kind of like a celebratory road. They were in EU last weekend playing, I think, G2 and or playing G2 and who was it? Kariko Esports, or I forget what team it was, but they were booing Faker. And
Good.
people were like, "How can they boo the GOAT? How can they boo the GOAT?" And other people were like, "This is fucking sports.
Yeah.
You're supposed to boo the other team."
You're supposed to. There's somebody there. I don't know if the Lakers are playing, but there's somebody booing LeBron James right now. Somebody is in a bar somewhere.
Ooh.
Somebody's in a bar somewhere calling Michael Jordan overrated. It's my dad. It's my dad. My dad is at the Elks right now calling Michael Jordan overrated right now. Right now, as we speak. I don't even have to call him to know that. He is literally at the Elks right now going, he wasn't a fucking Larry Bird. Wayne Gretzky wasn't no fucking Bobby Orr kid. All right? Let's just get that straight for one.
I've also heard that argument 100 times too.
Yeah, for one.
So
let me tell you.
So that's like his equivalent to my dad's. That's like his equivalent to my dad's. Brady stole Bledsoe shine.
Dude, we bought my dad tickets to watch the Celtics for Christmas. Me and my brother watched. We brought him to a Celtics game. We bought Celtics tickets, and he sat there, and we were watching Jason Tatum put up like fucking 57 points. Like he just was shooting lights out against the, like, I don't know. I think it was the Charlotte Hornets or something like that. And it was like he was dumping all over them. And he goes, "Kid, this isn't even real basketball. All they do is shoot 3-pointers."
I agreed. It's not.
What are they gonna do? They just run back and forth and shoot 3-pointers. How many 3-pointers is he gonna shoot? I'm like, probably more. And he's hit all of them. How was this not entertaining to watch? He's a freak of nature. And he goes, "Yeah, he's not a Larry Bird kid. They don't have a Larry Bird on this team." I go, "I'm literally never buying you tickets to anything ever again."
He ain't wrong.
I'm never buying you anything ever again.
I can't watch regular season basketball anymore. I can only watch playoff basketball because it's so fucking watered down. It is just such a watered down experience.
I did like the in-season tournament they did, though.
Yeah, they just had that in-season tournament.
Well, was that the one where Draymond Green fucking drop kicked a guy?
Well, potentially. It's every other game, but yeah.
True, exactly.
Yeah.
You're supposed to ask which game.
I'm surprised Adam Silver hasn't made a comment and be like, "Listen, Draymond needs to be held up for suspension or something."
No, he got permanently suspended.
Did he?
He got indefinitely suspended, yeah.
Never mind.
This is the first time he's like indefinitely
great
suspended somebody since there was like some guy on the Clippers who had like an insanely racist voicemail that he left his wife and it leaked. It was like Donald Sterling.
Oh, he was a Warzone fucking streamer too. He signed to FaZe.
PewDiePie?
No, there was a guy who signed to like FaZe Clan who played in the NBA, said a bunch of racist shit.
Oh no, that was a different guy that you're thinking of. That was
Ronnie Jr.?
That was he was the Australian guy, I think. I know exactly who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about, but this was an owner. This was a team owner. He owned the Clippers. It was like Donald Sterling or something like that, and he left a super racist voicemail to his wife that leaked to like TMZ, and Adam Silver banned him for life from like anything NBA related, and now he banned or he suspended indefinitely Draymond Green. But this is the first time he's done that in like 10 years. But who was the guy on the my God, I know exactly what you're talking about. No, he was letting like slurs fly on stream, and I can't remember who it was. The NBA player.
Oh yeah, Myers Leonard.
Yeah. Is he still in the league?
No way.
He's definitely playing in like Taiwan
Europe.
somewhere or something like that.
Yeah.
He is
Glass played for the Milwaukee Bucks.
He was traded to the Heat in the 2019 offseason. He went to the finals with the Heat in 2020.
He played on the Bucks last year.
Huh.
I don't know
Well,
if he's playing this year. but-
yeah, Milwaukee Bucks. He signed a 10-day contract. He didn't play with them. He signed a 10-day contract. And no, he's still on the team. He's on the Bucks
There we
currently.
go. There we go.
On March 14th, he signed a contract to stay on the team for the rest of the season. I bet they have a fucking muzzle on him at all times. But what a saga that was. Anyway, yeah, and so I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about or how we even got on this point.
Yeah, we're talking commissioners.
Commissioner.
Commissioners.
Yes, that's right, Commissioner.
LCS, LCK.
Listen, the only commissioner that I
Let's hear it.
accept
Let's hear it.
is Commissioner Gordon.
That's right.
The only one.
That's right.
The true commissioner.
100%. Oh, yeah, he was signed to FaZe Clan. That's wild. Commissioner
Gordon was signed to FaZe Clan?
FaZe Commissioner Gordon. That's how they called him. FaZe up. What else we got today? We had
instead of a bat signal, there's a FaZe symbol up in the sky.
You can do it too. That's fucking hilarious. Did we have anything else? Oh yeah, TGAs. We wanted to wrap up the TGAs, right, Bob? Did you have any takes on the TGAs?
Yeah, here, I'm just going to do a quick
Game
Awards recap.
A quick Game Awards, did you finish?
That, yeah. We should bring that back, except I don't nearly have enough time to look up all of the fucking gaming news that came out this week.
No, just do a Game Awards, did you finish? Just like rifle through all of them.
Yeah, okay. Baldur's Gate 1. Done.
And that was Did You Finish with Dr. Bob? Yeah.
We're going to bring that segment back.
We do.
It's such a funny fucking name.
We do. You just like rifled through like 2 minutes of gaming, like 200 paragraphs of gaming news in 2 minutes. It was great. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 swept, just like it should have. And a bunch of Xbox fans were crying that Starfield didn't win anything, and a bunch of Sony fans were crying that Spider-Man didn't win anything. And then all of us intellectuals who bought Baldur's Gate 3 this year just sat here like this and just like slowly nodded as the awards rolled in. We were just like, yes, our glorious multi-platform savior. Dude,
it's arguably like the best game to release in the past fucking decade, man. It's like.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
It's so goddamn good. The game is phenomenal. And, I've spent a little time with Starfield, and it's fine. I'm kind of glad that I didn't get to play it on launch because I would have been so let down. But I had plenty of time to temper my expectations, and it's all right. Starfield's all right. This game should never have been on the same fucking engine that everything else was built on, and I'm playing it on a Series X.
Said that 100 times.
I'm playing it on a Series X on a 65-inch TV with fucking surround sound, the way I've played pretty much every Bethesda game ever, and it looks like I'm playing it on a fucking PowerPoint presentation. The 30 frames per second is unacceptable. It should never, ever, 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 ever have been on that engine, and 30 frames per second is unacceptable. And Spider-Man 2, I'm sure it's phenomenal, but it's the same reason why Zelda shouldn't have won Game of the Year, and that's because they already did it once. You got it. You're not reinventing the wheel again. It is not a masterful elevation of the craft like Baldur's Gate 3 is. Baldur's Gate 3 is a revelation in role-playing games. So anybody who argues differently, I'll fucking piss directly on you. Tiggy, what do you got?
You fucking Arcalium. Nice.
I don't even know where that came from, but it came from me.
I saw the biggest argument against the Spider-Man game was a cutscene clip where you didn't touch any buttons. Was the biggest defense. Is like, how could this game not win? It was like watching a 5-minute movie. I'm like, this is like a Call of Duty. It's like a Call of Duty campaign. What are you talking about?
Sony fans will tell you, why didn't this win Game of the Year? And then they literally just show you a Marvel movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So,
I mean, my understanding is that it's a great Marvel movie.
Yeah,
but
the first game and Miles Morales are fantastic games.
Yeah,
they are fundamentally brilliant, expertly designed, flawlessly executed video games. Baldur's Gate has elevated video game hierarchy to something completely unattainable by other fucking studios. Like it is what it is. Like Larian Studios has perfected their craft to they have honed their blade, man. And they know exactly what they want to do. They know exactly how they want to execute on it. And they do it in spades. It's fucking brilliant. The game is phenomenal.
Yeah. No, totally. How did you feel about the speech length, though, Bob, at the TGAs?
I don't give a fuck about the speeches. Don't care. It's not. I want to know what won, what people are upset about afterwards, which is fucking everything because it's the internet and people are mad about everything at all times. I don't give a fuck. I didn't watch the speeches. I just watched recaps of and your winner is. That's all I give a shit about.
Yeah.
I don't care about all the fucking 600 ads that are gonna inevitably be played.
Yeah.
And I don't care about the speeches. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the Game Awards. It's a necessity to exist, especially now that E3 is officially dead. Pretty sure Jeff was probably kicking his little heels together after he found out E3 was dead. Yeah, I did that.
Tell
he's He's the you know that Grim Reaper meme where he's just going door to door?
Yeah.
It's just E3. Which one's next?
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I shudder to think. Don't touch PAX, Jeff Keighley. You fucking...
MomoCon?
Yeah. I need like somebody to Photoshop him on Olenna Tyrell's face from Game of Thrones when he tells Jaime Lannister that he was the one that killed Joffrey. He was like, tell the ESA. I want them to know it was me. But yeah, I mean, so the TGAs, people were pissed. Again, not devs. This is the thing with gaming Twitter where they'll get mad for you. You don't have to get mad. Go ahead.
Time out. There was a whole meme generation based off of Todd Howard's expressions every time Starfield didn't win. And it's fucking hilarious.
I don't think. I also want to point out that I don't think Starfield is a bad game. It's just not game of the
year. I'm sure it's not, but it's not Baldur's Gate. No game released in the past fucking 10 years is
Correct.
Baldur's Gate.
Correct.
Like that's what it is.
Correct.
It is. You released the wrong year, pal.
Yeah.
That's it.
If anything, they should have probably. I mean, even if they released Baldur's Gate 3 last year, it could have even won fucking even in early access. Could have probably won Game of the Year. I don't even remember what won last year, but
Elden Ring.
Maybe not.
Was Elden Ring last year?
I feel like we're going to be saying was Elden Ring last year for the next like 5 years because we've been saying
it was Elden Ring last year because it went up against God of War Ragnarok.
I got to finish God of War 2018 by the way. God of War Ragnarok is on Steam now, I think, right?
No, not yet.
No, that's Horizon Forbidden West is now on PC. You didn't like that game?
I dude. It's Far Cry clones are Far Cry clones.
Okay. I haven't played it. I mean, I didn't realize that the game was set in America until like the cover, like the Golden Gate Bridge is like on the cover of Forbidden West, and I was like, oh, this is in America. Same thing. I didn't know the Hunger Games was set in America, but it is. Do you know that?
That's right. District 13, Appalachia, West Virginia. People forget. People don't talk about that enough.
Do you pronounce it Appalachia or Appalachia?
Appalachia.
I would say it's the Appalachian Mountains, but I would say Appalachia.
I like
that New England didn't have a district because we clearly seceded and they were just living normal lives. But if you look at like the map of the Hunger, there's like people were talking about it a couple weeks ago on Twitter, but there was like a map of it and like all the districts or whatever, and then like New England just doesn't have a district, and it's just like it's just a normal. There's a wall built. They're fine. They still have a president and shit.
But Tiggy, who did you side with, the Hatfields or the McCoys?
Ooh.
I don't know. I know we annexed from Virginia, so we're on the right side of history. I want that on the record.
That's true.
Good. Correct answer, I guess.
Say. I can't remember where I was going with this, but yeah, Twitter, gaming Twitter was doing that thing where they just get mad for you. You don't really get to formulate an opinion because the opinion's already been made, which is that the speeches were too short at the Game Awards. And obviously, I mean, it was a bad look with, there was like a sign, I guess, at like the back of the room that said like, please wrap it up after like 30 seconds. But there was also a memo sent out.
People are mad about that? That's perfect.
Yeah, but there was also a memo sent out to all nominees saying that you have 30 seconds to give your speech, after which you will be, like, warned to, like, get off stage, and then we'll play you off. But, like, so it's not a big deal. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but everybody else is fucking mad. The director from Larian Studios for Baldur's Gate 3 did, like, a 20-tweet thread of, like, what his speech was gonna be, like, the uncut version of it. And he's like, I don't really care, but, like, this is what my speech was gonna be, if you guys care. But I'm just glad that it won Game of the Year. I still think the Game Awards is great. I have my gripes with it. Everybody does. Like 2 years ago, I thought it was pretty bad because it was like mostly advertisements and not a whole lot of awards. Last year, I thought was great. This year, I thought was pretty good. And it's the closest thing we have to the real thing. So shut up. Let the developers get their flowers. And, nobody wants to listen to some geek ramble for like 90 minutes. But, and yes, the paid advertisers are going to get more time on the stage. I'm sorry. That's just what happens. That is how those shows exist. And yes, Jeff Keighley and Hideo Kojima, two people that I genuinely could not care less about, they're going to have lots of stage time every single time because they're really good friends. So yeah, he's gonna set aside a little slate for him. People were like, "Oh, all these Hollywood people are chewing up all the time for the developers." They're making it possible for the developers to even be on that stage. They're making it possible for a stage to be there to begin with. So yeah, there's going to need to be a little crossover appeal with some celebrities, with some personalities, stuff like that. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Don't get, your undies in a bunch. You just roll with it and just give the video games their flowers. And trust me, you're doing plenty of writing on the internet for these people. So that's my 2 pennies on it. But you have a speech to make? You have 30 seconds. Give a speech.
Me? Give a speech? I don't know the speech, but I have CDL picks.
You have 30 seconds.
CDL back. CDL is back, and it's available on DraftKings. Because I got 3 picks for tomorrow here.
Is it?
Las Vegas Legion, map 2 against the Heretics. Legion have been unstoppable at search and destroy. They're a very good search team, very good map 2 team. We're taking the Legion. We're taking the Seattle Surge to upset Optic Texas. I don't even think it's an upset. Seattle Surge are good at search. Optic Texas is not. Seattle Surge has a lot of search. Optic has a one of search. Too easy. Boston Breach over the Los Angeles Thieves. LA Thieves haven't won a search at all. I don't think the Breach have either, but the Breach have been close. They got Slasher. They got Priesta. A lot of options there. That's who we're taking. 3 picks plus 600. Too easy. Put it in.
What is this on?
Enjoy a nice dinner on me. DraftKings.
Perfect timing.
What is it under?
Was that on 30?
Yeah, that was just
that was perfect.
It was like
what is it?
35.
What is it?
Fantastic.
I can't. I don't think I have it on mine.
It's state by state. I know Virginia does not have it. If you go to all sports, go down to the E's for esports.
Let me see.
Yeah, they have esports. What do they got? Dota, Counter-Strike 2, Call of Duty League.
Yeah.
And I just take the map rocks. I take map 2.
Oh man, I gotta get in. I gotta get in on the fucking esports shit.
I'll Venmo you. And you
dude,
you put a pick in for me because I get.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I feel like I could quit my job if I started gambling on Counter-Strike.
There we go.
Professional.
Just start one of those Discords charging $50 a month, Bob, and then
Yeah.
Roll it into the Patreon. Patreon.
Fucking locks.
Uranium to Dr. Locks.
Dr. Locks. There we go. That was my 30-second speech, though.
All right. Speaking of locks, we're going to lock it up here. We're going to listen to some voicemails. Let's go.
Need advice? Pick up that phone.
617-701-7678. That sauce line. And you know what? We don't have any voicemails. I lied. I could have sworn we had a Coleman voicemail. Maybe that was last week. Not done. This dog grooming place keeps calling me on the WGG Internet Dad sauce line, and keeps leaving voicemails being like you have an outstanding balance on your dog grooming account. I've never heard of this place in my entire life. I do not take Miller. Miller's Daycare has a groomer in house, and they do it. And it's like, hello, Alice, your dog needs to be groomed again. It's been 3 months, and you have an outstanding balance on your account. And I texted them and I said, this is a video game podcast. I don't know what you want me to do. Do you have any video game questions? Right,
Brylan's asking, do my feet break the new Twitch TOS?
Do they?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Want to try?
1,000 subs.
They allow almost everything nowadays, so
that might be covered under artistic nudity.
Wait, what if I put a hat on my dick?
That's artistic.
That's what I'm saying.
There was somebody, I think Jake Lucky tweeted a clip of somebody like playing Fortnite, and then in the foreground of it, it was just like a CGI anime, like naked anime girl like dancing around, and he was like, "Yes, artistic nudity, finally a tier on Twitch." like just.
Look, we said it before. They needed to do something like this to begin with. They need to find a way to segment the viewerships a little bit more, a little more appropriately.
Yeah,
this is not the correct way to do it, but they're trying.
Yeah, it's different. There's definitely little to no actual segmentation here. I don't think they're going to be showing it on the front page anymore, which is at least I think a step in the right direction. But they're like, yeah, no, you can just let them fly, let them hang. We'll see.
Hell
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe we'll push some of those boundaries. How many subs can we get?
Hell yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, all right. Let's
We'll do a fucking shoulder shave stream one of these days. 100 subs.
Rise and
I
shine.
might need to up that more. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
20 subs.
20.
Dom, 20 subs. Dom comes over here and buzzes my back and shoulder.
Whoa. 50 subs.
30.
70 subs. I'll wax it.
700. 700 subs.
70 subs. I will show up in a hazmat suit with 2 cans of Nair and just assault Bob.
Did I ever tell you this? I had to have told you the story about how in high school we were at my buddy's house, and my friends were nailing my back.
That is
My
fucking
friends were-
wild.
My friends were nailing my back, and they took a towel and was just like wiping the chemical burns off of me with all of my sludge hair coming off the back. And his mom came out and started gagging. She walked out. She was like, "What are you guys doing back?"
That probably
then
smells
she goes-
absolutely wild.
And then she goes, "Throw that towel out immediately."
Burn it. Burn it. Cast it into the fire. Burn it. Destroy it. All right, Tiggy, we're landing the train. What do you got?
I got nothing. Just happy to be back. Love you guys. Excited for another week of Call of Duty.
Yep.
We have a Christmas holiday party tomorrow, and it's Hogwarts Yule Ball theme.
Ooh.
So- I'm going in a black suit with a little like cape cloak esque thing.
Love that.
That's-
Love that. What
that's
are
what I
you
came
wearing
with.
like a certain color scarf, or like are you being like house agnostic?
No, house agnostic, just like the ball. I'm gonna look like Harry. I don't think I'm gonna wear a tie though. I'm pulling the Mark Cuban, no tie. I'm not wearing a tie. But it's funny. The advertisement has just been like Harry Potter and Hogwarts. Not people aren't reading the Yule Ball. So the entire
Somebody's gonna
maintenance
dress
side
up
is-
like
people are dressing up as Dobby the house elf. That's what's
that's
gonna happen. So
somebody's
it's gonna
going
be
to show up in a
10 of them.
potato sack. Is what you're telling me? Yeah.
Hell
No.
yeah.
Exactly. That's what's gonna happen. And I don't think the person running it is gonna know what to do. So.
That's fucking hysterical. And please do take some pictures of that because that's phenomenal.
Yeah, I'll have
Bob,
to get some-
what do you got?
Big suck it to whatever fucking moron I played Counter-Strike with earlier today before this. Go back to Roblox.
And
That's
two
all I'm
evil
gonna say.
geniuses. I mean,
Evil geniuses. Oh my god, I do have to clear my
but
throat.
this has been episode 367 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Thank you so much to everybody for the gifted subs. We had like 15 gifted subs. That was pretty fucking dope. Shout out to Londo. Shout out to Q. Shout out to all the resubs. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being in the chat and being active. 25 subs will not cover it, Q. I'm sorry. You're going to have to wait for the next paycheck. Just pull the money. Or just raise some donors. And who knows? Or maybe email Manscaped for us. Maybe if we get another sponsorship, I'll do it. But I think that might, I don't know. That'll really put that fucking buzzer to the test. But this has been episode 367 of Not Another Gaming Podcast.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You
I'm
didn't
sorry.
have to say that.
I'm sorry.
That's
You know I
fucked
love you. We love you so much, and we'll see you next week. Mwah.